Hello and welcome back to the crazy build land of Chug.Estos. This build will put you on fire, literally. As personally, I truly hate any kind of summoner character. It's boring, so damn boring. Just letting your summon get through monsters as you watch in the back and recast your curse on demand. It's one of the playstyle that I totally despise. It's disgusting, it's boring, I hate it. Did I say that I didn't like this? But for those who like to summon but feel like staying behind keeping watch is boring, welcome to the land and I present today the PyroMancer. And with this build we are going to do some high tier Pyro 3 shit. Did you get that? Alright, moving on. We have received a few questions about the PyroMancer. First question, can this build map really fast? Not really. Second question, is this a high tier build? Uh, no? No, sorry. Third question, would you say this build is extremely strong? Oh, too bad, we ran out of time for questions. But fear not, cause this build can shit on Diablo clone in under 2 minutes. Also, there is one amazing strength and one amazing really bad con to this build. The greatest point of this chart is that there are no immunes. Literally nothing is immune to you. Your merc will be using conviction and you have lower resist to top it up. So you break every single immunity in the game. The bad point is you need some pretty amazing corrupt to make the most of it. Like seriously, fuck the corrupt god. But now that the big fire shrimp is out of the way, let's get to the real deal, the gear. Starting with Train Helm. The problem is, if you want Meteor to be effective, you must roll +1 to skills into most of your items if you can. Yeah, that really sucks, and that also means you will have to use Puzzle Box on all of those as well. And in every single socket, you need a fire facet. Yeah, that's the kind of build it is. Next piece is the Rising Sun, as it gives fire skills and reduces enemy fire resistance. It's pretty good for Dclone as well because of the fire absorb. Then the Trank Shield, as mentioned, it's best to have +1 skill corrupt here as well because it is the only way to increase our fire spell damage. The best boots for Diablo clone are Hotspurs. I am also using 2 Raven Frost for the cold absorb so we do not get one-shotted by the Nova. Then the Trank Belt. Here, any corruption will work. Ideally one plus life if possible though. And then to complete the set, the Trank Gloves, giving us our so desired. What was I saying now? Oh yes, the Trank Glove, giving us our so desired Meteor spell. So we can call ourselves a Pyromancer. Finally, the cake is Elf X-Fire Sword. I am sure you didn't expect that one, but it's best one damage wise for the fire damage setup. And yeah, ideally you also want a +1 to all skills corruption on here. Oh, I was kidding before, the final strength piece is the armor. I totally didn't mess up my order here, shut the fuck up. On the swap, I use CTA for the increased life, and I use another strength shield because if I remove it I can take it both armor or helmet, so that sucks. All the grand charms are summon GCs and the small ones are life plus resistances. People were complaining that I use too many GG small charms, so I use less of those from now on, even though it didn't make much of a difference for any of those builds. If you have feedback, I accept it. You can easily replace those by 4 plus 10 to a single resist small charms and 4 with 15 and 220 lifers. Also, do not forget to use the standard of heroes so you can show how much of a badass you are. As shown, we do around 3.5k fire damage with Meteor. While it is pretty low, keep in mind that with our setup we reduce every single monster fire resist to 0. Meaning this is basically our true damage as it will not be reduced further. After the skill tree, we will hop into a map and show how all this pyromancy works. Starting with maxing lower resist, as this is our must-have spell if we want to deal any fire damage at all. Then we max the synergy Curse Mastery, and if you want to, it will also allow you to use a second curse. Then obviously put 20 points into Fire Golem, as it is our main source of damage. they also act as pretty good tank. 20 points into Golem Mastery so we can summon 5 of those, and everything else into Clay Golem to let our Fire Golem hit more often with the attack rating bonus. And this is about it for the build. My Merc is using Infinity to complete our lower resist setup, and everything else is basically just to keep him alive. Oh, and before I forget, main boots are Marowak because it gives cannot be frozen without having to use a Ravenfrost and some mana regen. I also use one Surge and one Wisp for the Heart of Wolverine. And yep, that's it. Okay, so I will be showcasing in both Tier 1 and Tier 3 maps, starting with Tier 3 as this is where we will encounter the most fire immunes. The map is at 210 density, so it's a pretty good starting point to show off a bit. But still, this build is simply a stretch the Golemancer. It's not really better, it's not really faster, but it sure as hell is much more fun to play and a lot more interactive. The way you play the Pyromancer is by letting the Golem tank the front line for you, while you snipe away the back line with Meteor. Don't forget to curse everything with lower resist to fasten the whole process. Once there is some open space, teleport there and repeat the process as you progress. It is very safe, it's kind of fast enough, and you actually do more than move around like a pet to your Golem army, because let's be honest, the Golems of a Golemancer, they don't really need you. They simply tolerate your presence by forcing you to bless them with amplified damage. The Golems are the real brains. You are just the puppet that they follow around for jiggles. Now at least you are a force to consider. You are the Fire Master, you are in control, you are the Pyromancer. If that is not epic enough for you, well, go back to your domain with your little brown golems. Now that you know how to assert dominance as the Pyromancer, the lord of all necromancers, you are free to go ahead and break all your hard-earned triangle setup, because that is what is going to happen. But hey, it's alright. You don't need that many GG corrupt to play the build, it will just work fine anyway. But the biggest downside will be your meteor damage taking a huge drop. I think it will drop to around 2k instead of 3.5. It's a big drop, but it's still playable. And the video goes on, but this is the end. Don't forget, if you think of a weird build setup that you would like to see that hasn't been done before, drop a comment, and if it is worth making into a video, I will definitely do so. If you like what I do, if you enjoy watching all those crazy ideas and weird out of the box builds, hit that like button, punch a subscribe and strike your keyboard to leave a comment. Thank you all so much for watching, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have feedback you know what to do. Until then, see you all next time, ciao ciao. Goodbye.